All right, obviously the Yankees, they lose the World Series last night to the Dodgers, and Juan Soto is going to be a free agent now. And he spoke to the media after the game, and obviously there was a ton of questions about maybe if there was an advantage that the Yankees had him for a year, and does he want to come back to the Yankees and all that. And he said what I thought he was going to say. He was probably trained by Scott Boras to say what he said, which was like, all 30 teams, I'm not quoting him, but essentially all 30 teams have a fair shot. He's open to any team coming and getting him. It's going to be about money. Now, if there's a team that offers him more money than a contender, and let's say it's the totally hypothetical, it's not going to happen, but let's say it's the Sacramento A's, right? Or the Miami Marlins, a team that offers him a ton of money, but they're not a contender, right? Year in, year out. Then maybe he would go to the Yankees if they're the next highest bidder. But to me, he's open to anyone. It's the most money from a team that he thinks is a contender, and that's where he'll go. I would not be surprised if he ends up with the New York Mets. I wouldn't be surprised if he lands back with the Yankees. I think it's going to be one of the New York teams. We'll see, though. But this video, obviously, update on the Juan Soto trade results, because there were some people I saw on social media real quick when Juan Soto hit that home run to send the Yankees to the World Series that said, oh, there you go. Yankees won the Soto trade. There you go. It's done. Well, how do you feel about that now? Because the Yankees didn't get Juan Soto to go to the World Series. They acquired Juan Soto to win the World Series. They knew going into this, there was no guarantee that Soto would be back after this 1 year. They went in on this 1 year to win this year. Did they do that? No. Did the Padres do that? No. But for the Padres, their thing was not for this 1 year. Were they trying to win? Yeah. Did Michael King, Kyle Higashioka, I know he's a free agent now, did these guys, and then Thorpe in that Cease trade, did they help the Padres win this year and, get to the division series, get to game 5 there, and be close to advancing to the NLCS, 1 game away, 1 win away? Yeah, they did. But it's not just about this 1 year. So for me, the Yankees did not win this Juan Soto trade because it's about this year. If Soto signs back with the Yankees for the most money, I don't know if I'm going to sit here and be like, well, they won the trade because Soto got to see what it was like to be a Yankee, and he wanted to be a part of that, and that's why. Well, no, if they offered him the most money, okay, and it's a contender, all right, there he goes to the Yankees. That's why. I don't think he needed a full year with the Yankees to know that. He's played in Yankee Stadium before, even this year. So to me, he's going to the most money, and the most money is going to be a contender. It's not going to be a team that's not a contender. So I think it's going to be the most money, and that's that. It was a 1 year thing. The Yankees were going all in to win this year. The Padres, they knew that they had Michael King under control for multiple seasons. And Higgy, the Padres would probably even tell you, they probably weren't expecting him to be the starting catcher every postseason game and hit almost, 20 home runs. Well, he did hit 20 home runs because he had a few postseason homers, right? But they probably weren't expecting that level of performance from Higgy. They knew that he would be a solid veteran guy, but Vasquez they have for a while. Thorpe helped them get Cease, and by the way, that wasn't a one thing. That's multiple years of control, under control for next year as well. So the results for me right now, the Yankees have not won the trade. They didn't win the World Series. Bottom line, didn't win the World Series. And the Padres, can I say they've won the deal? I mean, the results are to be determined, right? And sometimes in a trade, there isn't like a clear winner. In a trade, a good trade, there isn't really a clear, I mean, there's a winner, I guess, right? Like whoever better. But a trade is sort of like this one, where both teams, there's positives. Soto helped them get to the World Series, and he was one of their best players. He's going to, top 3, top 5 in the MVP in the American League. And then Michael King was huge. Higgy was huge. Helped the Padres get to the division series this year. And then we'll see what happens next year when they're under control again, King. and Cease, right? So that's my thoughts on it right now. That's the update on it right now. And Yankees fans, if any of Yankees Nation is watching this, do you think you guys have already lost the trade? Now it's like official, you've lost the trade. Do you think that results are still to be determined? Do you think you've won the trade just based off of, hey, the Yankees got to the World Series in the Juan Soto year, and you consider that, hey, yep, we got there. Yeah, we didn't get the job done, but we got Juan Soto, and he helped us get to the World Series. He came up with a huge home run there to get the Yankees to the World Series. If I was a Yankees fan and we lost the World Series, I'm not sitting here saying like, oh yeah, we won this Juan Soto trade. Bottom line, you didn't win the World Series. You're not the Padres. You're not the Marlins or the Rangers or Royals or Twins or any team like that. You're the Yankees, right? The 27 rings and all that stuff that, they like to say all the time, or at least I see some fans say. Well, hasn't happened since 2009. That's, I was 6 years old. That was a long time ago, right? So, and I know sitting as a Padres fan, it's like, what are you talking about? You guys haven't been there since before you were born. I understand that. But I'm just saying, your expectation should be World Series or bust every year, especially when you're part of Juan Soto. Not get to the World Series, but win the World Series or bust, right? And you didn't do it. So I would rather have had the Yankees win the World Series, and Yankees fans could be all like, yeah, we won the trade. Look, we got Juan Soto. Thank you, Padres. But we knew that was going to happen. We knew that Juan Soto was not going to be a Padre going into the 2024 season. The Dodgers winning the World Series is just, the worst scenario. I mean, you had a lead against them, like I said last night, a lead against them in the division series. And the path just felt like, man, this could be the year. And you add that to the bullpen the had, and Tanner Scott's a free agent. And yeah, Musgrove went down, but there were still some talented arms in that rotation. There was obviously talent in the lineup. It felt like things were, clicking. And it felt a little bit different than 2022 for me, in my opinion. And so it sucks. It sucks more, obviously, that the Dodgers won. It sucks that they weren't able to get the job done. But if we are going to look at a positive, it's that this Soto trade is not done for us. We still have Michael King. And, in an extension of that, right, Thorpe goes to the White Sox. We get Dylan Cease. Thorpe and others, obviously. We still have Dylan Cease under control for next year. So this is not over. We could bring Higgy back as well in free agency. So that's what I've got on this deal.